Hey guys, I'm Joel. Welcome back to a new video. As you can see from the title, I got something interesting. I realized just now that I deleted the footage that I had of me finding out that this car was here at the shop. But to fill you guys in, my boy Rodrigo's landlord said I have a few BMWs from a guy that passed away that used to rent here. I need them gone. Rodrigo said, I got you. He dropped it off at my shop. He said, try and fix it or part it out, whatever you want to do. But I think this car is a little bit too good to part it out. I see so much potential with this car, and I feel like it would hurt way too badly to see this color get thrown into the junkyard. But before anything, I want to put it on the lift and see if it's actually worthy of saving it, because it is a 525i, 1987, 88 actually, I think. Yeah, it's a 1988 and it's a factory 5-speed. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in here because the guy passed away. Oh man, look at that trunk, price right bag and all. Just a whole bunch of...
I'm kind of looking at the Jordans, bro.
The shoe guy Omar over here. But there's a whole bunch of personal information on those envelopes. So as much as I would like to dig into it on camera, I don't want to dox anyone because that's not cool. But there's like keys there and stuff, all that. There's some CDs in there. Ooh, man. And this car has no key. So I'm going to need to find a way. Oh, shit. To get a new key from this. Maybe from the BMW dealer or from a locksmith. Probably most likely just a locksmith. Have him match it to a door. So the biggest elephant in the room is the clear coat. The clear coat is struggling. This thing is a barn find. It was just sitting outside, rotting away, ready to be thrown out. But I was like, nah, I need to try and save this. And like all this, I want to clean all that up and see how this car transforms. I think there's a lot of potential. Extremely dirty, but I think it can clean up pretty well. I don't know if you guys can really tell how dirty, and I'll lower the ISO right there so you guys can see. I kind of like the patina look. I kind of want to leave it like that. But the car looks relatively straight. There's no real dents or anything in the body. It obviously has a few, like right there is a ding. About to dive in. So above the diff on the chassis, it looks cleaner than my E46. Damn, the whole chassis actually, what? There's no rust. Imagine this thing going to the junkyard. Yeah. What?
Looking at the arms, yeah.
Bro, literally Bilsteins. So it being lowered wasn't blown, I don't think it was blown suspension. Some Bilsteins on there. I don't know, dude. Everything looks like it's diff, obviously has the normal diff rot, which has a new exhaust. Yeah, that's
that only spot on the floor over there.
Oh, damn, that's a pretty good one right there, actually. That's a very good one. Holy shit. That's a very good one. That one's scary, actually. Damn, after hyping the back up so much, that
yeah,
one is...
like, honestly, that's some shit you cut and you patch.
Yeah.
And then
transmission looks good. I like the condition that everything's in. Maybe not that floor so much, but right here as well. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good right there. Yeah, those
you know what it is, bro? Look.
I don't know if that, I'm pretty sure that's typical rot. I don't know if it's
still all metal. It's just behind, like
yeah,
under.
The fender is good. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to try and fix it though, because that is not scary enough to throw the whole car away. Like what? I'm looking in the front knuckles right now. That looks good. And then that sway bar end link looks pretty good. I'm used to just seeing stuff have no maintenance done to it.
It looks like he put a lot of new hoses and like clamps and shit, you see?
Oh yeah.
It's like it's all been touched before.
Everything up there looks pretty good. But there's no oil like how the E30 has. The E30 is drenched. If you saw my latest video, you know. Let me take this wheel. Oh, it's hitting right here. That's why it's not rolling. Let's fucking go. Since the wheel was hitting on this little nub right there, I'm gonna take that wheel from the back, factory wheels, put it on the front, and then put this one in the back. These also look to be new rotors in the rear. Once this drives, it'll clean that face up and it'll look pretty good. Look at that. Bilstein, BNE. I don't know if it has anything else, but this, I don't know. I can't see any information. It says Bavarian. No way, Bav Autosports. We can push the car now. Front's not gonna steer, but at least we can push it forward and backwards. That was the hardest part. Look how fast this lift drops. Yo, that is...
Dangerous.
Oh, Oh, it rolls.
Perfect. You don't send the door.
Dolly too. It rolls dolly. We good?
All right.
It's so heavy, bro. There you go. There she is. It's gonna be sitting right here while I fix it. This guy had directions written down and it's like so neat. This is some old school stuff. I wonder what year this is from. This is definitely before Oh damn, look, 2010. So these directions were from 2010. And there's a shit ton of lottery tickets here too. Oh my goodness. Yo! It's thick, bro. That's the one that I thought was money.
Receipt for the mortgage.
Yeah, and it was literally like $200 for his mortgage or something like that. And
nice.
that's like, yeah. Yo, oh, these are all $1. He was going crazy.
Probably how he bought this shit. What if that nigga hit the lotto and bought this shit?
I hit the lotto. Let me buy an E34. I like the door cards a lot. Let me see the back one.
Nah, this one's like brand new. That's up.
Dead stock, he says.
Look at that shit, bro.
Damn, that does look good. I can't wait to see this cleaned up. The blue on blue is going crazy though. Like, it just looks good. Look at that. The seats are very wrinkly. Kind of ran through, but I feel like that's the least of the things. Once it's cleaned up, it'll look pretty good. We also just found that he was a nurse. And we got a picture too. This is the gentleman that owned the car. So I'm hoping that, hey, yo. Damn, I don't know what the fuck. How do I word it? I hope I can make this E34 right with this guy, because I don't think this guy would have liked to see this car go to the junkyard. Matt just found his taxes, yo. Literally everything was in here. The pay stubs, taxes, everything. That's why I'm not showing us going through the papers, because this dude has all his information in here. Like, I'm pretty sure his social security is even in here, is it?
I mean, when you have the 1040s, it's on your 1040, so.
So we literally, we're gonna properly dispose of all this. 2003, 2004 tax. Damn, for 2003, bro. The back seat is already all cleaned up.
I tried my best.
Yeah, you did good, yo. Thank you. There's even vents in the middle. What the? That's cool. The first course of action is I need to take the door handles apart so I can go get a new key. I don't have it. I'm gonna take this door panel off so that I can get to. This is always a piece that gotta come off for BMW door cards. With the Torx, bro. Super clutch. Removing the tweeter now allows that the door card will slide straight up and not break the door card. Oh damn, the door card's already almost ready to come out. Bro, what the fuck? Right when I stopped recording, I didn't give it any more pressure. It just popped right off. I literally pushed it less hard because I stopped recording and it came off. Here we are. Let me see what this door lock mechanism looks like. This is what it looks like inside of the door. I'm trying to see this to see where the bolts are that holds the lock in, but there's no YouTube video about how to take this apart, or at least I can't find any. So I'm just gonna try and wing it. I don't really know. I'm gonna start taking bolts off in here and hope that it eventually comes out.
The parade. Yeah, it's always like, it never brought up.
In the middle of the screen, I didn't even realize that there was a nut right there because the wires were covering it. So I'm gonna take that one off and then the far left one off as well, right there, and hope that it comes out. I figured it out. This little tray up here, that little bracket slides. Oh, look at that. I don't even know what happened. I pushed on that side. On this right here. Oh yeah, that's what it was. I pushed on this and it popped out. Now I can take that screw out right there. Is that the only one? think this needs to come off for this door handle to come out. I've been prying on it and it looks like this is still getting held on. Oh, it's going! Yes! There we go. Finally. That was a nightmare. So I realized after the fact that this little access hole right here is for, you get access right here, and then that little tab, that little plate right there on the left is where you push against that and it pushes the, slides this whole bracket over. You gotta undo these bolts right here, that bolt right there, unplug these, disconnect this right there, disconnect everything from central locking system, the one bolt on the front, and then it all just pops out. Now I'm gonna bring this to a locksmith and see if they can get me a new key. We got good news. I got the key. This has been a journey to get this key right here. So what ended up happening was I went to a locksmith right next to my shop and they were like, we can't do the sideways keys because BMWs are sideways apparently. So then he told me someone that can do it. I went to them and then they're like, it's gonna be expensive, so try BMW first. I called BMW and they said that the car has to be actively registered for me to get a key cut. And the car isn't registered because it's a barn find. I don't even know if it runs or starts or anything. So then I went back and he was like, okay, I can do it, but it's gonna be $250. So I thought that that was kind of a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, if I can be into the E34 for $1,000, which is what I'm at with now buying this key, I don't think it's that bad. It's probably gonna need a few $100s of stuff to clean it up, but let's see if this key works. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I have not tried it yet, so I don't know if it's gonna work in the ignition. It's gonna suck if it doesn't work though, I guarantee you that.
Just put the battery too.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a battery right there. We're gonna put that in too, but I just wanna see if it turns the ignition. Let's go! Let's go! We got a key. Yep, oh my, it feels so worn out. It feels horrible.
Battery. This is a weird moment.
Why? We don't even know how many miles it has.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is the cluster gonna light up? Do the windows go down? Like,
I doubt the windows go down. This is a BMW. This shit's about to have bad regulators.
Should it have already been digging or something, or is it too old for that?
Oh!
198?
198. Okay, so that's a good sign. We got some action. The responsible thing now though is I gotta check the oil. I can't just crank this over. I gotta see if this thing isn't bone dry. The biggest thing that scares me is that it's not leaking, so I don't know if it has any oil. Oh my God, yes it has oil, a lot of it. I don't even need a... You saw how wet that dipstick was? It's black though. What if it was?
it's just a running and drive.
Yeah, imagine it just starts and drives and does everything. I cannot imagine that being the case.
Before you do that though, you should set the windows and shit. Like, see what interior stuff works.
Should I?
Yeah. The seats, like, they're electric, so you can go back.
The seat does not work.
You see this one?
That's a good start. It could be fuses.
Yeah.
The radio isn't on. Literally, not a single thing in the whole car works. Except for the hazards.
Only the left one. Both brake lights work though.
That shit is dead as hell. We got the battery pack connected. This thing was tweaking the other day when I was trying to start the E46. And apparently now it's working. What is neutral? Okay, that. It's so dead. Oh. It was the battery connection. It just wasn't tight.
It sounds cranked like it's cranking.
Yeah, it sounds like it's cranking good. It's already pretty low.
93 and octane booster we could throw in it, bro.
Jiggle the battery terminal. Wait. It's not going. Maybe it is the starter. Tapping the starter. Definitely got to check the fuel and make sure it's getting some fuel. The first thing I'm gonna check in the fueling system is gonna be the fuel pump fuse because that's the easiest. And I can also check if the fuel pump relay is getting power. Those are the first two things I'm gonna do. This website says fuse 23 is the fuel pump and fuel injection. So Fuse 23 is... Oh yeah, you can see it right there perfectly. To the right of that green fuse, right above the 23, you can see that there's a popped fuse, the brown one right there. So good thing I checked the fuses first. This website says that fuse 23 should be a 15 amp fuse. There's a 7.5 amp fuse in it, so that explains why it's popped. I got a 15 amp fuse from the E30. This one's good. It beeps on the continuity mode with the multimeter, so that means that there's connection between there. I don't hear a fuel pump. Oh, maybe it's just quiet though.
I think it's the gas, bro.
Yeah, me too. Maybe it could just need some. Should I just go get 5 gallons and put it in it?
Some 93 and octane booster.
And probably some injector cleaner? Nah, bro, last time I used seafoam in my E30, my tank was rotted, my gas tank. And because I used the seafoam, it picked all the rot up and I had to get a new gas tank because that was in the E30 when I had the convertible. It completely totaled my car because I put the seafoam in and my tank was rusty. If I would have just left the rust at the bottom, it probably would have been fine, but I ended up replacing the gas tank and it was fine. And the car was running horribly. It was bogging down, driving like shit. I'm gonna take this fuel line off. I think it's for the injectors. All right, now let's get a water bottle and try and put this into the water bottle and see if it sprays fuel in. There's no fuel, it should be priming right now. All right, yo, we're gonna have to do the brake clean trick right into the air filter.
There's fuel right there.
Brake clean, let's just spray some brake clean in there to see if it'll start so that we know it's fuel related. So we need to take it off after the mass airflow and squirt it through the, I don't even know actually. Look at this, I'm telling you, this guy cared, yo. This looks like a nice filter. Actually, it's pretty dirty. I saw the clean side, I'm like, yo, he just changed this. But it's actually dirty as hell. I don't got brake cleaner, but I have this. And that's what I wanna see, extremely flammable. That's the good stuff. Try it. It started! It's fuel related. Let's do a little more.